What else do they need to have to be prepared to do an inspection?
Camera, pitch gauge, and if you don't know what you're working with, which I do know, you got to have one of these right here, which is called a shingle gauge.
Show them a little up close there.
This shingle gauge was put out by Hague Engineering. If you look here, if you slide it in on the bottom mat of the shingle, and it goes all the way up in this groove right there, you got a 30 roof. Okay, this is dimensional side or laminate side shingles right here. 40 they don't make anymore, so you don't have to worry about that one there. If it doesn't go into at least right there, then it's going to be a 50-year roof, or a 50 roof, 50 lifetime. Then this side is your 3-tab side, which the 20s are being discontinued right now, so you're going to be at 25 years on it. You got to have a camera, okay? So you go out maybe to the other side of the street and you take a picture of the house. There we go. All right. Then we're going to put a ladder on the house. The reason you take that picture on the house is so you line your photos up after the overall risk, and you know where those photos belong, because you got a picture of the house and then you got your damage pictures that follow behind it. And then if you got a camera that holds 1,100 pictures, you go to the next house, you take a picture of the front of it, then the damage photos follow behind it. Alright, when you climb up to the roof, you look and see how many roofs it has on it at first thing. You know, you're going to see a starter course, and then you're going to see the first course of shingles. At that time, you can put a shingle gauge on it and check it to see if it is a 30 or a 50. When you first walk up to a roof, you see how many roofs it's got on it. You know, you can look and tell this only has one roof on it, but you got to remember that there is a starter course, which I'm pushing down on the starter course, and this is the first course of the shingles right here. At that point in time, you can put a shingle gauge on it, which is, this is the laminate side of it. You can find a place that ain't stuck together real hard. Yep. We're not going to do good on that. Anyway, I've been in the business for 30 years, and I do know it's a 30 roof. It is a laminate shingle roof. It's not a 3-tab. So at this point in time, I'm going to go up on the top section of this roof and see if I can find any damage. So we're going to work on it first, which I know I already see damage right here. Rolling. Now when I'm looking for damage and determining if I have enough damage on the slope or not, most insurance companies on a roof of this age or whatever, they're going to be at about 8 bruises per square. You know, I didn't mark a square on it, but I know a square is a 10 by 10 area, and it looked like I'm going to have plenty marks within a 10 by 10 area to where I don't have to outline a 10 by 10 area. Now I know this slope is facing the direction of the hail where it came in, And if we got damage on it, then there's a good chance that we're going to have damage on the entire roof, somewhat anyway. Or you're going to have these roof slopes that tie in the back of this house, or this direction ties in to other slopes. And the only way you can replace these slopes is you got to take that other slope off to do the correct job on it. There's another one, that's number 8. And I know I'm facing west because I do see the sun. And I will put a W on it. And I will put number 8 on it. And I will put a plus sign because I didn't work a whole 10 by 10 area. If I'm documenting my time, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of the wear test that I just did on it. Then I'm going to get an up-close picture of the bruises on it. A couple bruises on it. And then I'm going to start my diagram on the roof. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the outline of the roof. This is a hip roof structure. It's got some gable dormers on it. But I'm going to draw the outline of the roof. I'm an old school guy, so I measure these roofs myself and do diagrams myself. I'm going to get the up and over on this slope right here, which is going to be 14.9. Then I'm going to take it, I'm going to write 14.9 on here. Now, I round them up, not down. This measurement right here that I'm pulling on this ridge is the same measurement as that gutter to bring this hip in. "13 feet. So I'm going to write it here on the ridge itself, 13 feet. Now this is a gable right here on the front of the house. We're going to measure it because it sticks out beyond the main roof of the house. 6'6", but all we measure is just to that mark right there, just to the end of the valley, 3 foot. 6'6" one way by 3 foot. This is a double gable on the front of this thing. (9'3". Then it has a short measurement here, which is 1'9", and it's going to have a long measurement here because it goes up underneath the eave, which is 2'9", a foot. one more measurement on this thing, and that's just going to be the main part of the roof. 3'3" on the 14.9 would be 15, and 3 would be 18 on this little 1 foot measurement.
So you ever fallen off a roof?
No, I haven't. Had to jump though a couple times when I was younger. Now I'd have to call 911, I guess. I couldn't jump. 18 feet. Now I got 6'3" to add on to it. Then we got to get a length on this thing, which the length is going to be taken from the back. Get a little closer to it. There we go. These little spikes going through here, you can stop your measurement on one of those, which that spike right there is 22 feet now. Remember where the spike is. Then run your tape down the other way. (22 and 17). Down like about 39 feet. Now I'm going to get up here and I'm going to pull some hardware off this thing, make sure I get the hardware right on it. These little old seals on top of this plastic, it's called an auto caulk technically, but the insurance companies call them pipe jacks. They're 3-in-1s is what they are. Some houses have lead jacks on it, but this one here has auto caulks on it. 4 or 5. Is there a pipe over there, Lee? This top section here. So I'm going to write 5 pipe jacks. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 turtle vents on this top. This right here is a small HVAC pipe. This is a gas vent is what it is. This gas vent is a 3 furnaces in here. So they're beat up pretty good, so we're going to put new caps on them. 2 3-inch vent caps and 2 4-inch vent caps. Down on the bottom of this cardboard, I got my diagram and I got my hardware on the other. If you look down there at the end of the valley also, you see that little piece of metal coming. You can see it over there on that one real good. If it's got metal in the valley, the insurance company is going to pay you for metal in the valley. So what we're going to do is we're going to put valley metal down here. Spend a whole lot of time on just measuring a valley with a tape measure. I guess at it. Okay, I got 10, 20, what, 22 feet? Is that what that looks like?
Yep.
22 feet. Alright, I have what here, man? About 18 feet. That makes 40, right? I got 2 valleys on that gable over there. They're 10 foot each. That's another 20, so I'm 80 feet of valley on this house. So it's going to take 80 feet of valley metal on this top section. We'll have a 3-tab roof on it, and you don't measurements when you have a 3-tab roof because it uses a 3 angle for the ridge also. You just cut the tab. Now we got a 30 roof that has ridge on it, footage of the ridge. So there again, I'm not going to put no tape measure on it. I'm going to guess at it. 10, 20, 35 feet on there. 1, 2, 3 times 35 is what? 105. Got an 8-foot piece here. So I'm 115. 115, and from here to there I got another 18, and with that 20. I'm at 125. 130. We already know this is what, 14 something? If you look on your measurement, it's 13 feet. 125. and 13. We'll make it 15. That's 140. Then you look at those over there. I got 10, 22, and 22 is 44 on 130, so that's 174. And then that ridge right there is a 10-foot ridge. 174 and 10 is 184 on ridge on this upper section up here. Those are the notes that I have up here. And this is the diagram I have on the roof. We're done up here. We're going to go down to the bottom lower section now. Okay, this is a one-story section is what it's called. So I'm going to draw it in here. I know it sticks out a little bit right there, and I know it sticks out a little bit on this side. Then it just squares off in here. It's got one ridge that goes from this point right here, and it goes to like right in here. It doesn't go to this corner here. When you measure this, you got to kind of get it up and over here. It's going to be, this is a one measurement, it's not times two. So you got 4 foot to that ridge cap right there. Then you have measured down this way also. Up to there, and you got 16 there, so it's 20 in this direction. Then you can't get all the way up in here, but it does cut off right there, so it's just like measuring a square. You got 16.3 by 20. 20 this way by 16.3. Then there's a couple pieces of hardware on here. It's got one pipe jack on it and one low profile vent. So now I got to add that to these right here. And then we got to guess at this ridge right here. It's got 10, 20, looks like about 23 feet. I'm going to add it to the ridge. So you can see where I made notes on here. I do have regular forms for this also. Then you can see also here where I added this measurement that I did on this one-story section to the two-story. We're done up here. Alright, I walked around this house over here and I seen it's got a bay window on the back of it. Must be like a breakfast area or something inside. Which you have to walk around these houses, man, make sure you get all the measurements when you're measuring a roof. So I'm just going to kind of draw this whole thing up here on the back of this house. And I'm not going to climb up there, man. I know it's 15 by 4. Okay, so I'm going to put 15 by 4 on it. Now, if you see one that looks bigger than that, you may have to get up there and measure it. Or for new guys, you probably need to get up there and measure it. What you do is you measure along that wall right there. You measure all the way up against the wall, across, and then down. That's where you get your length of it. And then you measure how far it's coming out from the house. So I got 15 by 4 on it. Anyway, that's the only thing I can see back here. We're going to go around to the front of the house now. There's 2 sections on this front of the house that we got to get. I'm going to draw them on here. Alright, there's a head wall flash here, but you got to measure the shingles that go up underneath that head wall flash there because you can't see it. Anyway, that's 6 foot on that measurement. And this little piece, we're going to leave it in the measurement, so we're not going to take it out because there's a piece on the end here that'll fit in there. 6 foot by 22. Okay, now we got to get down and go over this other side. I can't jump that far. Okay, we got 9 foot. By 21. Okay, let's draw this thing up here. Inspection and takeoff of